Ubisoft is making some big changes to casual matchmaking. Hey, what's up guys? Irish Turtle here, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys about the changes that Ubisoft have been making to casual matchmaking in an attempt to improve it, and what it means for you guys and the future of casual just in general for Siege. So basically, Ubisoft posted on the Reddit forums that they've changed and they've temporarily made some minor changes in the way that casual matchmaking basically is handled. They've basically said that one of the issues that they see from casual matchmaking is that they don't pair up players of similarly skilled levels. And basically, what they've done to try and fix that is that they've now implemented in casual the effect that basically your ranked MMR now sort of factors into who you play against in casual. Now the reason they wanted to do this is to provide players with a more engaging experience in casual. Essentially what they've said is, we know that it isn't fun for our diamond players to have to play casual matches against other diamonds as opposed to being able to play against silvers and golds. However, they've said that we are comfortable with the fact that diamonds will have to play diamonds, as it isn't very much fun for the golds and silvers who get stomped by the diamonds. They then go on to say, we'd like to reiterate it's a temporary change and we have zero intention of this being a long-term solution, and it's not their final design change they're going to be making. They basically said, just to clarify, the method of matchmaking itself is what is temporary. So basically your matchmaking isn't going to be based on your MMR in ranked or your ranked MMR forever. Basically, they're going to fix casual to try and balance it out a little better. It's just a quick fix at the minute. They then go on to address the fact that basically with this change, there are huge extended queue times for players now, and basically that's as a result of something called clamping. Essentially what that means is that the way it works is because of the way the cut-offs work, diamonds can only really play against diamonds and platinums, golds can only play against like silvers, golds and platinums. And basically, if you're at certain ends of the spectrum, you've got fewer people to play against, and therefore you get issues with longer queue times. So some people have been reporting seeing queues of up to 20 to 30, and even in some cases 40 minutes waiting for a game. So, it's kind of a bit of an issue. But they've continued to say that they're going through the data they've collected, and they're trying to determine like a sweet spot for where high skill players sort of can get into matches quickly, but can still play against people of the similar level and ability to them. They've also said, there's going to be a continued length of these queue times, as they don't want diamonds to be playing against newcomers, like at all anymore, even in casual. So essentially, it just means that the idea is they don't want people who are new to the game to be like turned off of it completely. Now this is something that I actually talked about very, very recently. Well, about a month or two ago, I did a video saying, is it the worst time to be a new Siege player? And in that video, I talked about the fact that in casual, you could be stomped immediately by high-level players in casual. And this is exactly what Ubisoft are addressing. Basically, what they've done is, they've seen, oh, these new players are getting smashed by high-level players, they're not enjoying it, and so therefore they want to leave, they don't want to play it anymore. And Ubisoft don't want that to happen, they want to fix it. Now obviously there are lots of ways that it could have been fixed, and they're obviously still looking into that. They're still considering new ways to fix it. But their current method, in fairness, is fairly good. Yes, it means the queue times are longer, which they need to try and fix, but at the end of the day, what they're doing isn't bad. It's going to be fixing the matchmaking. Because let's be honest, who wants to be playing casual, where you're having a bit of a relax, or maybe trying out a new strategy or something, and you end up playing against these sweaty diamonds who are tryharding because it's their warm-up game, and they just want to try hard. It's not fun for you, and for them it's not fun, because you're obviously not playing properly, you're doing different things. It's like, when I play casual, I do it for fun. I mess around, I try different strategies, maybe I'll play Valkyrie and try different camera spots. I'll do things like that, because I know for a fact that it's casual and it doesn't matter. And that's good. It means that if I'm doing that now, when I'm doing the spots, I'm doing it against people of the same rank bracket as me. So then I can sort of figure out what's going to work, what isn't going to work, what will help me like improve in ranked, and what won't help me improve. And that's a good method, because it means that I'm not like trying out, say, a camera strategy against bronze players who I'm not going to face in ranked. So it's one of those things of no longer are we going to get this false sense of I'm playing really, really well when you're playing casual. You're not going to get that false sense of achievement because the game is actually putting you against people of your skill bracket. Now, obviously, there are other ways you could fix this. A lot of people have said, you know, all what you should do is when you get the game, you should just jump straight into ranked. And you know what? That's a fair point, because if you jump into ranked and you're not very good at the game, you'll end up in bronze or copper, and you'll end up facing people of the same rank ability as you. And that is true, but the point is, you've got to go through those first 20 levels if you don't have friends to reach that bracket. And then, you know, if your friends aren't on, you can't go back into ranked until one of them's there. So realistically, you have to play to level 20 to solidly play in ranked. And those 20 levels could be what turn you off the game because you're being stomped by high-level players. So it's one of those things. Yes, that is a solution, but it's not the best. Now, obviously, as Ubisoft have addressed, there is a long queue times for certain players. Now, if you're in silver and gold, I guarantee you've probably not seen the long queue times, or if you have seen them, they won't be as long for you as they will be for other players. If you look at how the skill distribution in Siege works, essentially it's a bell curve, and basically what that means is in copper and bronze there are like a few players, then as you go into silver the amount of players rises, and then as you're in gold you're still at that sort of peak, you're still at a lot of players, and then as you head into platinum and diamond, again you're going down in the number of players that are there. In this bell curve, basically what that means is there are more people in silver and gold than there are anywhere else in the rank brackets. So basically, if you're in one of these two like lower end of the spectrums, it takes you longer to get games, and that's one of the problems with their current system. Now, what I think they should maybe do to tweak that is make it so if you're a bronze, it tries to match you with bronzes. If there are no bronzes, it then moves you up to silvers. It tries to match you with bronzes and silvers, then if there are none of those, it then tries to match you up with golds, and it basically just slowly works its way up the rank brackets. That way, even if, you know, like, it basically just means, yes, you might be queuing, and yes, you might end up facing higher players, but the game tries to prioritise you with people of the same skill bracket. And then also what that means is, as you're playing against people of a higher skill bracket, you also then get to improve, and you get to get better against higher level and higher rank players. Now that, in my opinion, wouldn't be a bad compromise with the current system. And again, that would mean that diamonds wouldn't have the same issue, because golds and platinums could then be playing with them a little bit more often, and, you know, I think that would be a good system. Alternatively, what I think they should maybe start doing is they should just start leveling off casual in like minor little ways. So maybe say from like level 0 to 20 you try and place against those kind of players, and then if there aren't enough of those it moves up to 30, then if there aren't enough of those it moves up to 40, and then you and basically it just does that similarly to how the other system would work. Or, you know, you could then also do it so, you know, you factor in maybe level and rank somehow and do that. I just think there are other ways it could be done. Because yes, the system is good, and I applaud Ubisoft for finally doing it, because it, like I said, it means that new players aren't immediately turned away. I do think they still need to optimise it a little bit, because the queue times are starting to irritate people, and they are starting to get to be like a bit of a turn off, especially because like it just means I should just go play ranked, and like I could just do it there because the queue times, at least I know there, aren't going to be as long. And in some cases that's a good thing, but also in some other cases, you know, it just means that you're going to struggle to you know, you're going to struggle to find games and have other issues. So I don't know, it's a difficult one to fix. I like where Ubisoft are going with it. They need a little bit more work on it. Like I said, it's still not quite there, but it's definitely closer than it was at any other previous point. It means that new players have a little bit more time to do well at Siege and get better. So, you know, like I said, I think it's a good change. I think they're on the right track. But, you know, that's just my opinion. So at the end of the day, that's the question I have for you guys. What do you think to the new system? Do you think there's a better way they could do it? Or do you think it just needs a little bit of tweaking here and there to make it perfect? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, for those of you guys that are interested, I've started streaming. There is no schedule, as I've said previously. But basically, what I'm going to be doing is I've decided I'm going to start making streams on different games. At the minute, it's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The streams aren't planned. They aren't, like, sort of planned out in any way. But I'm going to continue making Rainbow Six Siege videos, and maybe only stream Siege every so often. Basically, the reason for that is you guys who only watch my videos are not going to be affected. You're going to keep seeing Siege content. There's no changes for you guys. You're not affected. But those of you guys who maybe are more interested in seeing me stream, coming to chat with me live, all that kind of stuff, you have that option to do so. Now, if you're interested in my streams, obviously all you need to do is make sure you're subscribed, you've hit that like notification bell button, and that way you'll know exactly when I go live, so you can come and watch the streams. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, leave your thoughts and comments in the description below. And in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.